The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
The best way to support The David Pakman Show, a David Pakman Show membership. Find out more at davidpakman.com/membership. You'll get the commercial-free podcast, audio and video of the bonus show, commercial-free full video of the 1-hour television show, as well as being able to take part in Monday's first ever member video call-in, where we're going to be taking your questions right after the show, 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Open to all members, so sign up today.
That's it.
Bryan Fischer, known to you as anti-gay Bryan Fischer of the American Family Association and Focal Point Radio, so on and so forth, he has tweeted out that children of same-sex couples should be saved through an Underground Railroad-style kidnapping. Now, he refers to it as an Underground Railroad-style kidnapping. The American Family Association's Bryan Fischer is really getting to a new low, Lewis, I would say, with his anti-gay statements. I've actually noticed that since President Obama has been elected president, the tolerance level, or what the right-wingers are comfortable with as far as racist and anti-gay comments, has really escalated for some reason. And I think that there's a connection there.
Yeah, I mean, we're close to hitting the ceiling. I mean, the next step is just talking about killing them.
Yeah.
And we're not far from that.
We've had it already. I mean, we had the pastor Worley,
right,
from one of the Carolinas, I think it was, talking about putting gays and lesbians in pens and then letting them die out and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Long story short, Bryan Fischer was referring to, in a tweet, this horrible story about Lisa Miller, who went through the completely debunked, bogus ex-gay therapy, and after declaring herself ex-gay, kidnapped her daughter away to Central America to prevent her former partner from having any custody. Now, of course, the ex-gay therapy itself could drive you to do something like that. Certainly we can't make any evaluations of that. Bryan Fischer thinks that that and one other story are perfect examples of why the children of same-sex parents should be kidnapped for their own protection. In other words, they're kind of like slaves that need to be rescued, to use the Underground Railroad illusion. Now, of course, this is incredibly dangerous and ridiculous rhetoric, which potentially could do great harm. Imagine, as we know, if you're anti-gay, you're probably less concerned with logic and reason and critical thinking than if you are in favor of gay rights. That, I think, we've established very clearly on this show.
Yes.
Therefore, it stands to reason that you could very realistically be influenced into simply kidnapping a kid after seeing what Bryan Fischer says. This is hugely dangerous stuff.
Right, and somehow that this will help the kid as opposed to traumatize the kid. Once again, just a complete lack of critical thinking.
Let me take it a step further. Is advocating for the illegal kidnapping of children that much different than advocating for the molestation of children if through some crazed logic you think it would actually be good for the kid? Is it that different, really?
I'm pretty sure NAMBLA members claim that that type of thing is good for children.
Yeah, it's probably not unprecedented
right,
that we have people claiming that. And by the way, I know many kids who had terrible, messed up childhoods and their parents were straight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were probably just in the closet, right? They were probably really gay.
Well, that's got to be it.
Or maybe they were ex-gay.
Who knows?
And it was a failed conversion.
There are certainly, well, has there ever been a successful conversion?
If you believe former Navy chaplain Gordon Klingenschmidt, he's got a 50% success rate in exorcising gay demons.
That's not very good, 50%.
Well, it's about as good as chance that somebody might just not actually be gay, that you've identified as gay.
Yeah, true.
When your exorcism technique is as good as flat-out chance, you have to call into question what you're doing, don't you?
Perhaps he just needs to improve his exorcism skills.